Hey everyone, welcome to today's Program Yourself Thin podcast. Today we're talking about when the holidays are sad. A lot of times I've been talking about the holidays when you're kind of celebrating, you have lots of things to do, and there's more temptation, and things are fun and stressful. But what about when things are sad, right? What about when the holidays come and it reminds you of people you've lost or relationships that are no longer in your life or whatever may make you sad? Uh, Everything in life is good and bad, and a lot of times they're relative to each other. So is where holidays can be really fun sometimes, there's always that flip side to them. And I think a lot of times of the quote, is it better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all? And I think that applies here because you could have had some of the most wonderful Christmases of your life, which causes you, if you no longer have that situation, to feel an equivalent amount of sadness. And so how do you get through the holidays if it's a sad time for you? Because it is for a lot of people. And I think the good news is there are things you can do. The bad news is that it's still going to be sad for you, most likely for people that it is sad for. But what do you do? How do you handle it better? And I think the magic emotion that helps you get through it, no matter how sad it is for you. And this is again coming from someone. I lost my father when I was 9. I was reflecting on that first Christmas. It was awful, And again, it's extra awful because extra fun times that are no longer there feel extra sad. So how do you get through it? Now, I didn't know this back then, but the magic word, the magic emotion is gratitude. And I don't care how awful the situation is, literally, no matter what the situation is, you can feel gratitude and feel better. You may still be sad. It may still be stressful. There's still be problems, but you can bring gratitude into any situation because if you're alive, if you're lucky to have had a nice partner, experienced person in your life that's no longer there, you can feel grateful for that. And it's always something you can lean on. And I know it doesn't fix everything, but it makes it better. And I think sometimes what happens though is that we kind of get locked into a way of experiencing the holidays. And we can start to assume, okay, well, now the holidays, these people that I loved are no longer here. So now it's sad. And it can be, I get it. But we can almost always make it better by asking the question, how do I want to go through the holidays? So it's kind of freeing ourselves a little bit from the past reactions to whatever is going on in our lives. Sad. I know this because I've worked with literally everyone. People have lost kids, people have lost partners. I've worked with the saddest situations there are. And again, I'm not saying they're not going to be sad, but I'm saying they can go better. And I think it starts a little bit with gratitude that you even had that experience. If it's a loss, emotion. And then it becomes, how do I want to go through the holidays? And I think when you ask this question, no matter how sad the situation you may be in is, you can almost always make it a little bit better by asking that question. And it might be something little you do. But a lot of times we get locked into the feeling bad mode. And we need to break free of it by asking the question, how do I want to feel through the holidays? And when you start asking that question, you start directing your mind at some solutions. Because again, no matter how bad something may be, there's almost always some opportunity or some ability for us to change it at least a little bit, make it a little bit better. And so that's kind of the big suggestion I have for you is to ask that question again, almost to start with gratitude for what you do have in your life, right? Just to take stock of what you do have. See, because again, we get locked into focusing on what we don't have. And it makes us feel worse. So if we take a second and tap into gratitude and appreciate the little things that we have, then we start asking the question, how do I want to feel as I go through the holidays? What's the best thing I can possibly feel given this shitty situation even? And it aims our brain at more solutions, at little things we may be able to do that give us a little bit of peace or calm or rest during a day that may be sad for you. And of course, when we get down to this part, it really isn't about the food. Who gives a shit? It's a day. It's a couple days. It doesn't really matter. But what feels a lot better, never mind the food piece of it, is if you can go through the holidays feeling a little bit better than you did. And usually the way you're going to make that happen is non-food related, solutions. So I hope this helps you out a little bit. And I feel for you. I know the holidays for some people can be a sad time. And so, and it makes you feel worse because you think everyone else is having the most greatest time on the planet. Right. So again, steep yourself in gratitude a bit. There's always something to be grateful for. And ask the question, how do I want to go through the holidays? And I hope this helps you out a little. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them. I'm not gonna talk too much about weight loss today, so day before Christmas. Don't think about this shit. Come on. What's up, Katie? Yeah, Katie. Well, that's why I wrote that. I appreciated you writing that in the Circle app this weekend, and it really got me thinking because I hadn't done a lesson on that, and I know, like I said, I don't know what percentage it is, but I know a lot of people. The holidays is a painful time. It's a tough time. So again, it kind of gets down to, there are strategies to deal with it. At least make it a little bit better. That's what I think. Can't always make things perfect, obviously, and we wouldn't expect to, but make them better. Loving my golden years. Is it better to be alone than spend Xmas with people you don't exactly like, or just to enjoy despite? I mean, that's a question everyone's got to figure out for themselves. Like, again, you're an adult and you get to choose what you want to do. I will say that. I notice a pattern, and certainly I do it, and I see it a lot with my clients, that we get locked into ways of thinking and being during the holidays. We just assume, okay, that the holidays have to be this way, and we just think it's that way. And a lot of times there's a lot more control we have over it, all the way down to, like, I don't have to go to that person's house if I don't really like it. I don't have to invite that person over if I really don't enjoy being around them. Now sometimes you have to, but a lot of times you have a lot more control than you think you do. So I think that's a good question, and I ask it because I don't know, life's short. I'm not spending my time around people that I don't like being around. So I can't answer that one for you, but I think it's an important question to ask personally. So he says, I really have the feelings you need to make my calories worth it. Yeah, that's good. What's up, Shireen? Shireen says, so wonderful to see you here. Thank you for being here so close to the holidays. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, I just popped on here for a few minutes. I was doing a little Christmas shopping, finishing up. A little bit of work, but I just wanted to pop in here. Mostly I was thinking I was thinking about last week too. And so I'm glad Katie kind of reminded me that this weekend with the post she put up, that I just want to talk about people that are having a hard time, during the holidays. And, and it's both emotional eating in a sense, right? We could be celebrating and partying and eating a lot, or we could just feel like total shit and sad and lonely and depressed and eat a lot. But again, regardless of which way we're going, neither one of those behaviors is really usually going to make you the happiest. So again, celebrating a bit, enjoying some foods, great, or feeling down, but dealing with that sadness in a more genuine way, you're going to feel better. What's up, Rachel? How's it going? So he said, so I'm eating loads of richer foods to treat myself. I've been eating some richer foods. 5 million cookies. So he says, every time you go out with people around Xmas, they question if you pick a salad or something, even if that's what you genuinely want to eat. People don't believe you. Oh, it's totally true, Sophie. Totally true. People never believe me that I want to eat healthy stuff. It's so funny, but I really do. They'll be like, you're just telling yourself that. You're just saying you don't like cake. I was like, well, I mean, I'm not saying that's not true, because it is, but eventually it becomes true. It's the as if frame. If you live as if I don't really like rich foods, then eventually it starts to become a reality. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, people, listen, to eat healthy in this society makes you a weirdo. Let it be known. You're weird if you make healthy choices in this society. I mean, 75% of the population is overweight or obese. So being a healthy eater is a weird thing. But you just got to get used to dealing with that, or not. You know what I mean? But it's like, with your eyes open, decide. I don't give a shit. Who cares? People are going to say. Yeah, I get it, Sophie. Yeah, for some reason I just capitulate, really. I get it. I totally get it. You're probably a sensitive person. You want to maintain rapport, and it feels weird, really awkward for you to, break rapport with the rest of the group or what you've done in the past. That's totally legitimate, by the way. And I think it gets to the heart of what I'm talking about, that real weight loss isn't about just knowing what to do. It's all these subtle little factors going on. Subtle little influences you feel from people you're around, or family, or partners, or employees, or co-employees, or whatever. And so it's those are the things that really drive our behavior more than anything. And so it's not weird, Sophie. That's a totally real thing. Eating food with people is one of the main ways we develop rapport with them. Understand that. And so when all of a sudden, we're eat different than the other people around us, it breaks rapport a little bit. So it's a real thing, and it's different for each person. It just depends. That was super hard. That was a huge part for me. That was a huge challenge. I came out of a Greek background. In Greek, everything's about food. I mean, it's like their language, their love language. It's so crazy. And so when all of a sudden, then my mom, and she just loved making food for us. That was her that was a big love language for her. And so all of a sudden you say, oh, I'm not eating that food you've been making me your whole life and showing me how you love me through that food. Now I'm not eating that anymore. It feels like rejection. And again, there's a whole spectrum of rejection. Obviously, my mom feels it intensely. Your friends, they feel it, maybe not as intensely, but it's a real piece of the puzzle that needs to be addressed. And how you want to address it obviously is up to you, and depends on the situation, the relationship. But it's stuff like that you really need to consider, because those are the things that are driving your behavior more than knowing what to eat or what. So it's not an unusual thing. What's up, Cato? Life is short. I'm not spending time around people I don't really want to be around. Yeah, here. I couldn't agree with that more. I say this all the time. I'm a weight mastery coach. I'm not a relationship coach. I don't know what the right answer is of how you, I don't know, like if you're supposed to hang out with people you don't or not, but I just know that I, in my life, have very much curated the people I hang out in my life very dramatically from when I was younger. And, yeah, I like it. So yeah, I'm a big fan of not spending time with people that I don't really like to be around. He says, been reading Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life, and really like it so far. That sounds really good. I don't even know if I read that book, but I love paradigms. Anything with a paradigm in it, I'm pretty much, you had me a paradigm. Change your paradigm, change your life. Sounds familiar. I tell you this all the time. I just read so many books. They all start sounding the same. I have to look at my digital brain. I got a digital brain where I take notes of all the books that I read, because they kind of go in one ear and out the other. That's why I take the notes, but that sounds good, because I love, like I said, anything with paradigm in it, I'm pretty much all over. Love paradigm shifts. That sounds familiar there too. So maybe I did read it. We'll find out later. My notes are building up. I got to fix these. What's up, Paula? Where you at, Paula? I was thinking of you this weekend. I haven't seen you on some of the calls. Hope you're doing well. And I hope you're getting your messages in the app. You should be getting those in the morning and at night, hopefully. So I'm trying to get that all working out. That app. It's better. I hope. Thank you. It's nice to be seen in that. Good, Sophie. IZ, is it controlling hunger is hard for me? Well, you can't control hunger, right? Controlling hunger is a real crazy phrase, because really what you mean by that is you're trying to fight against your hunger. And you're never going to win that fight, folks. You're never going to beat your hunger, because you're thinking of your hunger in you're zoomed in way too much about hunger. You think it's your stomach growling. It's not. It's your entire biochemical, neurological, nervous system, sense organs, like getting triggered on food. It's a complete transformation of self when you're really hungry and when you're satisfied. So you're never, ever going to beat your hunger long term. You can do it for a little while probably, but you're never going to beat it long term. So it's not about controlling your hunger or fighting against it. It's about managing it. It's about figuring out the foods that satisfy you the most, the longest. It's about figuring out the lifestyle that supports you having a more balanced, calm state of being that helps you reduce your cravings, reduce your hunger and appetite, and be more aware of when you're truly hungry and when you're feeling emotional. So I definitely do not like the phrase controlling hunger, because I think that's that diet mindset where you're going to use your willpower to fight against your hunger. And I couldn't do that. It doesn't work for me. Instead, I have a much more holistic, comprehensive approach to managing my hunger, working with it strategically, so that I know I can eat breakfast that I eat comfortably gets me to lunch. The lunch comfortably gets me to dinner. Dinner comfortably gets me to the next breakfast the next day. And I have a way of eating now and living that allows me to eat the foods that keep me at my goal weight comfortably. So I'm not hungry. So I'm not controlling my hunger as much as I am managing it. Hope that makes sense. So he says, I'm lucky to be experienced this so I can be better for friends who do the same. Yeah, exactly, Sophie. That's a great point. Yeah, being celiac, I already have to have a different order, and people are so nice about it, but I don't want to make it even more awkward. Yeah, and I get it. I know it feels awkward. I get it. Like I so remember that, and I'm a vegetarian now too, so that was a huge. I mean, it's just funny. And I'm very sensitive to other people, and so It is. It's a challenge. I mean, when you got people that are kind of like, busting your chops a bit about the food, and I don't know, it's just a challenge, but you can get through it, And again, I think that the secret to getting through that partly is being really crystal clear on your motivation, on what you're looking to accomplish, having a bulletproof mindset as much as possible. That does a lot of the heavy lifting for you, and getting through it. Don't let that define you, though. That's kind of the way I look at it. I don't even let other people define my weight and my health just because I feel a little uncomfortable and awkward. Not ultimately. Now, along the way, I might do a little bit. I don't know if you mentioned this book, but I came across it. It sounds kind of familiar, but probably not. Because I remember like all Paradigm books. So that one, I'm going to guess I didn't. So I appreciate the things. I will read that. Oh, cut out of here, Paula. You still need a reset. You're not getting that in the app, though, Paula? Because I can reset you in the emails. But are you telling me you're not getting the message, like the morning message right on your phone? That's what I'm curious about. You should be. Lisa says, hello, love your videos. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate that. Says, do you eat between meals or snacks? No, not much anymore, but I used to. Again, you gotta understand, I've been at this for 30 years. And so again, what a lot of dieters don't think of like it being practice. Like you practice eating better. You practice having better eating strategies. Dieters don't think of it that way. They think of it as like, just tell me what to do and I will just force myself to do it. And so that was not my path. My path was one of really like it's so, I eat so differently, but it was a process where I kept learning, trying things, optimizing, structuring, making better. And so, at points, I started it off, I'd eat 6 times a day. I eat breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack. Yeah, 6 times a day. And now I eat, on my clean days, I eat 3 days a week, 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And on my clean days, I usually eat 2 meals. So, and I don't really snack very often. Most days I'm not snacking in between those meals, but that's something I worked up to. And again, the main way I was able to do that is by figuring out what foods can I eat at my meals that satisfy me the most and satisfy me the longest. But I know what those are now for me. And so it's very easy for me not to eat in between meals now because I've structured it in a way that works for me. So I hope that makes sense. What's up, Kelly? Kelly says, yeah, I really like this week's lesson. Yeah, thank you and Merry Christmas. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad you like that lesson. Yeah, I love it too. I love it too. What's up, John? Merry Christmas. Yes. Yeah, I thought I'd pop on here for a minute, say hi to everyone. What's up, Nura? Nura says, reached my goal physique 7 days ago. Now the interesting part begins. Nura, I'm super proud of you. That's awesome. Yeah, this is the fun part now. You're really I'm so excited for you now. Because now you're really, again, I always say like diet's all about losing weight, right? Which is about getting to your goal weight, and weight mastery is about living at your goal weight. And so for Nura, the fun begins now. Living at your goal weight's the fun part, in my opinion. I mean, getting there is fun too. It's exciting to kind of, have a goal in front of you and reach it. But to me, it's like the real goal is living at your goal weight on near autopilot for the rest of your life. That's what I want for you all. Touche says 2 months ago, I started strength training and portion control. It works. Yeah, great. Nice job. Yeah, portion control absolutely works. Absolutely works. The question is, can you get yourself to do it? That's always the challenge there. But it absolutely works. Nice job. Paula says, emails, please. All right, Paula, I will get you the emails. We'll do that. What's up, Summer One? Someone said, I'm proud of myself. I'm not overeating at events and no desire to. Maybe I'm turning a corner. Hey, yeah, I'm proud of you too. Yeah, of course, you a lot of times turning a corner is during the holidays, during challenging times, and you realize, holy shit, I'm different. That's a huge indicator to people that something's changing. You know what I mean? Like when you're doing the normal things used to be real challenge, you used to overeat at, and now you're kind of chill and calm. Yeah, that's a great sign. So nice job. That's good. That's a good proof that this is all working for you. Okay. So notice what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're focusing on in order to be able to do that. Okay. Start to success leaves clues, start to study and notice what you're doing to make that happen. Because you absolutely are turning a corner if you're starting to do that naturally and automatically. It's a nice job. What's up, Queen Victoria? Do I need to set it up to get AM messages, reminders on my phone? I'm excited it's available now. Yeah, Queen Victoria, I've kind of hesitated a little bit this. As a matter of fact, Paula, that I was just talking to, is one of the first ones I've tested this on. if you're getting the messages in the app. I'm testing on myself and I'm getting them, but I always want to make sure someone else is. But yeah, Queen Victoria, if you want the morning messages again, and you're in the Circle app now, just shoot me a message in the app and I will start you up in that. And so you'll start getting them right on the phone. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Merry Christmas to you too. Katie said, I don't get notifications, but I just go to PYT Hypnosis and app and complete each day and it works. Okay, Katie, I can restart you too if you want to. I've kind of like, I was just kind of double testing it. And then I was going to, if anyone wants it, I can start them. I don't want to start everyone because I don't know where they're at. And I don't want to just assume that. So I'm going to have to kind of just get through people that want to restart. But just let me know and I can restart you. It's no big deal. But yeah, everything should be in the app. It's not 100% set up yet. There's a couple things in the back. That whole app thing was supposed to be a lot. Can you believe this? It was supposed to be a lot smoother and it wasn't. But it's still working and it's good. Of course, I am about to change another course that was there. So I feel so bad for people that are trying to the course and it's showing their progress and then I'm changing things. But I told you, I at least you're in there. This is just part of the deal, is that there's a couple tweaks being made and it's annoying, but it'll all be fixed very, very quickly here. So yeah. Okay, Ken, please restart. Yeah. Merry Christmas to you, Ken. Ken, you're getting the audios now? Like I've gotten like 2 people that said they can't get the audios, but I think it's because they're not clicking all the way through. Like I think you're getting to a page and you're saying, oh, there's no audio there, but you got to click it again. And then it should bring you to a page where there's an audio file that you just click and listen to right there. So, oh, Paula, the Circle app's not working for you. Oh, it's like smooth in some ways. And I know in some other ways, people seem to be having some issues, but yeah, shoot me a message in there too, Paula, because but you can wait till the next call. We'll have the next call on Thursday, by the way. And by the way, the Thrive call that we usually have on Wednesday, I'm kicking that on to Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So we'll start an hour early for just those Thrive people. Okay, they're in the coaching Wednesday call. And then we'll have the normal Thursday call at 3 o'clock. But anyways. Okay, Ken, only get the weekly audios, not the dailies. All right. I don't understand this is possible. I don't understand it. Well, I'll try to reach out to you. I don't even know what to think here. I'm completely at a loss. Completely. But anyways, all right, I got to get out of here. So everyone have a super duper day. I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow or not. Probably not. But anyways, if I don't see you all, have a super Christmas. If you celebrate it, whatever you may. I think it is me though. Oh, okay, Paula. It may be you. I hope so. Only because that would just make it easier solution. But yeah, feel free to write to me in the app. Okay. So yeah, so if I don't see you all before Christmas, have a super time, Hanukkah, whatever other holidays may be showing up, whatever you may celebrate or not celebrate. I hope you have a nice day anyways. And I hope you get to relax and do some fun stuff, do something nice for yourself, no matter what. Okay. Treat yourself to something nice that would be enjoyable that you'd look forward to. And I hope you have a nice day. And then, yeah, we'll be back. I don't know if I'll be back Thursday or Friday, but I'll be back soon. I got a bunch of new stuff for you in the new year, a bunch of new stuff I'm working for you. So, all right, everyone, have a super duper day and we'll talk soon. Bye.